Let's do some fractions to decimals. Fractions and decimals. So, if you have a fraction like 3/8 and you want to make it a decimal, you simply need to divide. Because any fraction is a division problem waiting to happen. So 3's on top, so it goes inside. Well, 8 won't go into 3, so I got to put a decimal and a 0. So 8 will go into 30 3 times, which is 24. Subtract, I get 6, add another 0. 8 will go into 67 times, which is 56. Subtract, I get a 4, add another 0. 8 will go into 40 5 times, which is 40, and I'm finished. So my 3/8 would equal 375 thousandths. If we have a mixed number that we need to make a decimal, you're going to start with just that 1. It's going to stay 1, and then we just find our decimal by taking the 8 and the 20 and dividing. Well, 20 won't go into 8, so I add a decimal and a 0. 20 will go into 80 4 times, which is 80. So it would be 1 4/10. Alright, if we're given a decimal, so 3 15/100ths, and you need to make that a fraction, well, the 3 is going to stay the same, and we just need to work on that 15/100ths. Now, this is why it's important to say these correctly, because when you say it correctly, you have your fraction, 15/100ths. Now, we just need to reduce 15 over 100, so we can divide both those by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3, 20 divided by 5 is 20. Or 100 divided by 5 is 20. So that would be 3 3/20. Alright, so now we're going to order these. So I got 9/10, 3/4, 85/100ths, and 91/100ths. So when you do this, you either need to make them all fractions or make them all decimals to compare. And you just need to kind of look at it and think about what's going to be easiest. Well, 9/10 is going to be really easy to make a decimal because that is the decimal. So it's going to be easiest to make this decimals. So 9/10 would be exactly as I said it, 9/10. 3/4 you can think of as like 3/4 of a dollar. So 3/4 of a dollar would be 75 cents. So that would be 75/100ths. If you didn't know that off the top of your head, that's okay. You just divide and you'll get 75/100ths. And then we've got 85/100ths and 91/100ths. So if we're going from least to greatest, my least one there is the 75. So that would be 3/4. Next would be my 85/100ths. Next would be my 9/10. And then last would be 91/100ths. So when you compare and order fractions and decimals, you got to make them all either fractions or all decimals in order to compare. And then when you rewrite them, always rewrite them in their original format.